gonna give in now. I think I'm gonna lift this now. I'm gonna beam and I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the wheel. Cause I am just up on the journey. Know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising warriors. What a beautiful day it is today. And what a beautiful person you are. And I'm excited to be with you guys. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. In today's video, we're going to dive into some top cryptocurrencies that really made me think. Now, I wanted to do this because if you haven't seen the remarkable interview that our crypto team did, our research team, our crypto team is one of the best teams in the world. They interviewed Mark Yusko. He absolutely crushed it. It was one of my favorite interviews to watch of our team. I do want to give a big shout out. If you're not watching Good Morning Crypto, come on, man. Watch it every single day, 8 o'clock Arizona time. And if you miss it, watch it on replay. It's one of the best crypto teams in the world. I may be biased, but they are amazing human beings, number one. And number two, they put a lot of work and research into this. So thank you to our Good Morning Crypto show. Well, they interviewed Mark Yusko, and he really opened up my mind and awareness. Number one, he just gave so much validity to all the things we've been researching over the past 3 years. And he was just so eloquent and articulate around something that really stood out to me. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about some utilities of cryptocurrencies, some of my favorite cryptocurrencies, but I want you to start to think a little bit differently. He told a story about the gold rush, okay? But before we jump into that, if you have not jumped into our private warrior academy, you are missing out. Over 5,000 warriors worldwide have changed their life mindset, generational wealth building, understanding cryptocurrency, making the complex simple, 7 calls per week, 130 cryptocurrency courses, access to me privately through our messaging system and our team. Click the description down below, join the Private Warrior Academy, access to my portfolio and revolutionary exit strategy. Okay, so let's dive into this. So he talked about a story, and we've brought this up before, but the way he explained it was really very, very powerful. So if you don't know who Samuel Brandon is, the gold rush entrepreneur. So you need to research who well, you don't need to. I'm going to tell you right now. So Samuel Brandon was an absolute genius. Now, as I read the story and I was studying about this gentleman, he had some problems, right? Some alcoholism and womenizing and things like that. But besides that, he was a great entrepreneur. And as everybody was rushing to get rich quick in the gold rush, this entrepreneurial mindset gentleman literally said, duh, I'm going to sell them the shovels. I'm going to sell the wheelbarrows. I'm going to sell them the things they need to go try to get rich quick. And guess who became one of the wealthiest people in the gold rush? This gentleman, one of the richest men. Brandon was known as the richest man in California. The chaos of the gold rush has played to his personality and business instincts. He plunged into some schemes with a care of a gambler. It was really interesting. He had a lot of personal problems and stuff like that, but genius. So this gentleman said, listen, all these fools are running to get rich quick. Think about that. All the pump and dumps, all these people waiting for Shiba to go to the moon and Dogecoin to go to the moon, and that's their investment strategy. Then there's companies like Ripple, VeChain, Algorand, XLM that are the rails of the ecosystem. The ISO 20022 tokens, okay? There's the people trying to get rich quick, trying to dig for gold, and then there's the people investing in the infrastructure of the new financial system. You're not going to stop the freight train. The new financial system is coming, warriors. The spending bill that was put out by President Biden is mind-boggling. Tomorrow, I'm going to be diving into the energy sector of it and how much money they are giving to the energy sector. It's our new investment strategy, warriors. Think about this. Zero carbon by 2030. We've been talking about that. President Biden went right into the Paris Agreement right when he got into office, excuse me. You got the new Green Deal. You got zero carbon by 2023 World Economic Forum. And you're going to be shocked on how much money they pumped into that department. And that department, when we are struggling, when we have people who can't pay their bills, when our gas prices are through the roof, when your food prices are through the roof. Warriors, they literally are taking us through the great financial reset. And everybody's sitting back and worried about the wrong thing. As everybody's looking this way, there's a whole new narrative going this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the cryptocurrencies that I think are going to change the world. This is not financial advice. Every one of these, I want to make sure I'm speaking correctly. Boom, 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 boom. Every one of these are in my portfolio. Okay. And you can see my portfolio in our Warrior Academy. I just show you my portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm like, here you go. Here's what I do. You do whatever you want, right? I don't give you advice on what you should do. I just show you what I'm doing. You know, imagine if your financial advisor, go ask your financial advisor to see their portfolio, see if they'll show you theirs. Anyways, I digress. So we'll jump right into it. So number one is Ripple XRP. So we know that Ripple XRP is going through a case with the SEC. And you have to ask yourself why, right? Why would they throw a case against Ripple, one of the best run companies in the cryptocurrency space, just my opinion, with the board of directors being Rosie Rios and many, I think 3 of them are connected to the government somehow, the ecosystem somehow in the treasury, okay? You got one of the best CEOs and calmest CEOs that I've ever seen. When they're under fire, they spent $100 million battling the SEC like it's nothing because they know they're going to win. And as America, our freaking chaotic system and these leaders that are running our country right now that are destroying our country literally went after them. And they're the only country that thinks that XRP is a security. Okay. Clown show, absolute clown show. What that tells me is when you have a target on your back, when I have haters that put a target on my back, guess what? They're behind me. Isn't that the greatest thing ever? When someone puts a target on your back, that means that they're not focused on themselves and they're behind you. So guess what? Ripple's like, dude, put the target on our back. We'll keep throwing money into this. We'll keep rolling, but we're moving forward as they build cross-border payments all over the world and they take over the banking system all over the world with Ripple, the company. You got so much stuff happening. Okay. So Ripple is one of my favorite. Number one, because of their utility, okay? What they actually solve, and if you understand what's happening with banks, they need liquidity. They're not going to survive without liquidity. They need money to move a lot faster, and what they're going to do is with the low fee to move the money, they're going to bake in a cross-border payment fee for their clients, and that's where the margins are going to come. That's where the profit's going to come from, right? The more liquidity, the more they can lend out, the more they can keep this casino going. So XRP is my number one pick for utility in the new global economy. XRP, in my opinion, is the only one, and through Wise Counsel, Jimmy Ballet, and the research that they've done, is the only one that can run the whole financial system, and the only one that has the ability to do that. So my number one pick is XRP. Now, I'm not going to go in any particular order from here on out. Number two, you talk about rushing to try to get rich quick or buying the gold mines or selling the shovels, selling the infrastructure. So this is what I'm talking about. So the infrastructure, XRP would be the rails, okay? It would be the rails that it sits on. We go to VeChain, supply chain management. So you can start building on VeChain. VeChain is one of the best solves, in my opinion, for supply chain management. Okay. It's very, very important to understand that they're already working with Walmart. They're already working with McDonald's, food safety, all the things that keep coming up in these narratives, right? Food safety, climate change, tracking, all this stuff. Guess what? VeChain solves those problems for companies. XRP solves it, the banking system, with cloud-based systems. VeChain saves it with setting up their supply chain management. When money starts to move at the speed of light, supply chain management needs to move at the speed of light, okay? Then we got Ethereum, one of my other top cryptocurrencies in my portfolio, okay? Consensus is connected to JP Morgan. Ethereum is a huge part of the banking system, just so you know. This merger and this change coming up was delayed by design. They are methodically and step-by-step a planned out system to move us into the new quantum financial system. And Ethereum has always been part of that. So Ethereum is the infrastructure. It's like the rails that things are being built on, right? So Ethereum is the platform that you could come build your company off of, right? So they have the foundation and then you could build your company, okay? So you got movement of money, you got supply chain management, infrastructure, right? Infrastructure, okay? You got trusted by Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, we got Maker, Hitachi. I mean, it just goes on and on, the partnerships that they have, right? WWF, P&G, all the different partners. You can go through this. I highly recommend you pull up Consensus and you look at all the partnerships, okay? Industry solutions, NFT experiences. They can set up decentralized finance, tons of other solutions. And the key right here, scalability. If you're a business owner or entrepreneur, scalability is always your number one priority. Can you scale and grow your company to sell it at some point? Okay. So we talked about XRP. None of this is financial advice. We talked about VeChain. These are all infrastructures in the rails. It's like selling the shovels and all that stuff, right? Then we go into Quant, which I was turned on to this by Johnny Crypto with a K, wishing you a great day within our academy. Okay. He's on our team here. Quant kept coming up, and he gave me some wise counsel around it, and how it takes me a long time to dive into something just because I take my time with my investments. QNT, it makes sense. It's Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. Again, rails, shovels, mining tools, right? You need the tools to be able to get this shit out there, okay? QNT moves you from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. Again, infrastructure and rails. Stellar, we know that Jed McCaleb left Ripple and XRP, Ripple the company, to start Stellar, which is XLM, which is a similar cross-border payment, solving major problems, decentralization. They're a payment system, right? So XRP has always been for the commercial, okay? It wasn't for the retailers. And XLM is more for the retail, but they also do commercial as well. Again, the infrastructure, the shovels, okay? Like this gentleman here sold people the shovels as the people were trying to get rich quick with like Dogecoin and Shiba and all of these things. Not saying you can't invest in those things. I have those in my portfolio, but I bought them as a high risk, high speculative asset. And when I made money off them, I pulled profit. I still hold moon bags of those, which is 10% of my portfolio I allocate into shit coins, okay? And it's shit. If it goes to zero, it doesn't matter. Algorand, the world's most powerful, sustainable blockchain. The institutional grade blockchain infrastructure is the first and only to achieve decentralization, scalability, and security without compromising and while being environmentally stable. This word right here, I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow. You need to pay attention to these words right here. Environmentally stable, carbon credits, okay? Think about that. Energy, gas, solar, wind. You got to pay attention to the companies. It is known as the green blockchain. Okay. So pay attention. I'm going to show you something tomorrow in regards to the spending bill, where they're moving us into a brand new world, and you're not going to stop the freight train. You're not. So you're either going to be on the investment side of it, or you're going to be on the consumer side of it. You're either going to be wealthy or you're going to be part of the working poor. That's just where we're heading, warriors. This is going to wipe out the middle class. Leverage towards technology. If you're not learning new skills or skilling yourself up towards technology and the infrastructure of the new system, and within your job or your corporation is not doing that, they are going to perish. Okay. They are going to perish. The companies that continue to grow and continue to move into the future, the ones that innovate, the ones that move ahead. So if your company is not innovating and your CEO is not forward thinking, we're building this company 5 years into the future. Okay, we just rebranded. If you saw our rebranding, we rebranded into the Meta and Quantum. If you see the helmet, if you look really closely, you'll see the branding. I'm telling you, it's psychology piece. It's forward. Half the helmet is Earth. Half the helmet is quantum. We bring the people into the quantum and then we pull them back into the earth. We are about the balance. Our team saw this coming, and we understand where we are heading. We're going to bring people quantum, use technology for good. We're also going to pull them out of the quantum field into the earth and get regrounded to Mother Nature. Okay. So we talked about these cryptocurrencies, Algorand, we got XLM, QNT, not financial advice, Ethereum, VeChain, and XRP, which are all inside of my portfolio, okay? And then again, you guys know we're all big on the ISO 20022 ecosystem. I want you to look at this as like this gentleman here, the gold rush, right? As Mark Yusko brought up, Yusko. I just knew a guy named Cusco. So look at this. This is the shovels, guys. You got IOTA, XRP, XLM, Algorand, XDC. We got JP Morgan here. Interesting. XFin. We got Consensus. Okay, this is all connecting together. This is the infrastructure of the new financial system. Okay, you're not going to stop it. And this has been floating around the internet. These are kind of old documents, but I saw this floating around Twitter, so I was going to throw it out there as well. Just a reminder, you got Goldman Sachs has Ripple in here as the payment system. Everybody thinks Ripple and XRP is a payment system, or specifically XRP. This says Ripple, the company. Ripple, the company, is a payment system, right? You got R3 down here, which is with Wells Fargo. We got Consensus, which is with Ethereum. Ripple is with Bank of America. And it's just so interesting to hear people say, oh, these things are going to zero. They're going to get wiped out. They are part of the ecosystem. They're literally scratching each other's backs. This is all by design. I'm telling you, Coinbase is in here. Of course, they're connected to BlackRock. We saw that they just hooked up with BlackRock. It's all by design. Everybody's getting the wool pulled over their eyes. So stop arguing with each other. We need to work together to rise together, to make better decisions by having higher consciousness so we can see clearly and get the veil lifted. Okay. If you're arguing with each other, the veil is closed. They want us fighting with each other. This is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo listed XRP in here. Okay, if you look at it, digital currency. So Wells Fargo thinks that XRP is a digital currency. We can go on for days, right? HSBC, if you go here and you type in XRP, boom, they see it as a digital currency, real-time cross-border payments. So basically, I wanted to show you this and kind of take you through, a little bit of a calmer video as we relaxed a little bit, is Warriors, everybody sees, the banks, the major banks see XRP as a currency. Mark Yusko talked about the fact that, it's the people who are selling the shovels, the infrastructure. That's basically what you need to look at as you're investing, is the infrastructure. Is this going to be here? A lot of these cryptos are going to get wiped out. That's a fact. That's by design. They're going to come crushing these cryptocurrencies that have zero utility. And they're not going to be able to do that. What they're going to do is they're going to stop you from moving. How they're going to do it is through the exchanges. You're not going to be able to get your crypto up into anywhere where you can transact. Think about that. They will shut it down through the infrastructure of how you transact. That's what they're going to do. People say they can't control. Yes, they can. They control the whole banking system. Once they switch all this stuff, think about the feds I showed you yesterday. A lot of people didn't watch the video. Everybody wants the exciting dopamine stuff. The video yesterday, they want all your money. They're opening master accounts at the central bank so that cryptocurrency exchanges and crypto banks can have a master account with the central bank. You're not going to run from the system. The only way is to become a billionaire, multi-trillionaire, and change the system. Whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. So my plan is to become a billionaire and see what I can do to make better decisions and build schools and do whatever I can do to contribute to society. I didn't make the financial system, but I'm free already. And so I'm just trying to teach people that the wool has been pulled over all of our eyes. So unveil, make the right decisions, be around the right people, and let's all work to get our shit together. Warriors, love you guys. Talk to you soon.